Welcome back, friends. So naturally concerns increasing over the state in which the world financial markets, as they will get ready to open on Monday morning across the world. The Hamas attack on Israel has come as a surprise. It is said that history repeats itself. Exactly 50 years back, 1973 was the year of the first oil embargo. If you are a student of history, you will remember that time as well Israel was under attack. And the same thing has happened right now. Oil prices at that time had gone up 4 times over. But the situations are a little different at this point of time. The world is reeling under the impact of high interest rates, which under the inflation threat, the US Federal Reserve has hiked rates so many times. Situation is very different. Also because of the fact that the world demand is moderating at this point of time, whereas in 1973, world demand was on an upswing. Also, at this point of time, you find that there is a move across the world towards green energy, clean energy, more electric vehicles, EVs. That was not the case in 1973. So the impact was more because you were reliant entirely on the fossil fuel. Now you're reliant not only on the oil reserves, but also on clean energy, green energy, which seems to be catching trend across the world. Yet, if I may hasten to add, you will find that the world is at crossroads at this point of time. Because the spare capacity has really gone down, there is not much capacity, and the reserves have also fallen down, including the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the SPR as it is called in the United States, has come low, although they may still use it if the situation goes out of hand. The question topmost on everyone's mind is what will be the impact on oil markets and world financial markets as they begin to open for trade next week. Friends, do understand that United States is trying to broker a deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel, giving recognition to Israel. At the same time, in Saudi Arabia agreeing for some production increase rather than cuts. They have been talking of cuts most of the time. Now they may agree to some increase. However, that would also give them access to a lot of US arms, nuclear capabilities, and help it protect itself against Iran, which is the common foe for both Israel and Saudi Arabia. Yet there is a problem even in this. The problem that is there is that within the Saudi Arabian kingdom, selling such an idea amongst the people for Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman may not be very easy, because after all, Hamas is a Muslim territory. Hamas is a Muslim organization and they may be backed by people within Saudi Arabia. At the same time, Mohammed bin Salman is trying to convert Saudi Arabia into a tourist destination, economically trying to de-link itself from just the strategic oil reserves. And for all of this, Mohammed bin Salman needs the very well-resourced Israeli tourists to visit the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So all in all, there seems to be the possibility of a deal being struck still with the US elections round the corner. Joe Biden would love to have a deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel. That would bring down oil prices. It would also help bring down inflation, and very helpful in bringing up Joe Biden's image and help him fight re-election or the election for his party in the next elections in the United States of America. So the background is not that bad. However, if in the very short run Israel retaliates in a big way, that can have an impact. Also, I think the biggest joker in the pack would be that if other countries get involved, then that could be an issue. Israel would also not want to be a part, because this is a big blow for them, and they would like to be a part of the deal, which whole thing to give recognition to Israel, to have friendly relations with Saudi Arabia, and thus America would also be happy in the process. It all works well as a good deal between all the three. So although people are speculating that this deal may go in the back burner, I don't think so necessarily. At the same time, short-term repercussions will always be felt on the world financial markets. Friends, to get to know which way we are headed, please be in touch. If you're not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, do subscribe and share our videos with your friends, relatives, and WhatsApp groups. It is very easy to dismiss that such an event could lead to a very sharp rise in the oil prices. Yes, there is a possibility if there is an escalation. At the same time, do not forget the fact that the situation across the world is such that United States, with all its economic progress, is trying to bring oil prices down. So over the medium term, there will definitely be an attempt by America to try to cool down oil prices and inflation, so they don't have to hike interest rates any further. In fact, there may be an attempt to even reduce interest rates so that you have the consumption increase, and that may be a very happy figure for Joe Biden in the next year's American elections. As a fallout of what has happened, Russia could benefit. Russia could benefit because now there could be pressure on more sanctions on Iran. Iran has been backing Hamas, as you know, for quite some time. So there may be an attempt now to put pressure on Iran. That way, Russian crude oil floats across the world more and could help their economy. Anyway, the sum and substance of all this is that medium term looks to be there will be an attempt to try and broker this deal between Saudi Arabia and Israel. At the same time, there could be a short-run impact, which may happen not immediately. It may happen in a couple of weeks' time. And to get a full idea of this whole thing for the US markets, please do join our Prime or Prime Plus Telegram channels, which will give you good predictions on a scientific basis for where the US markets, the Dow, S&P, Nasdaq, are expected to open and go from here. For the Indian markets, please do join our World Cup package, Bonanza 2023, which will tell you where the Indian markets are expected to head from here, especially in terms of this great change in the situation on the geopolitical arena. Happy investing to all of you, and have a great week ahead. Take care. Bye-bye.